YouTube, welcome. Today we're gonna be playing the new top tier deck in Master Duel, Yubel. Let's just jump into the deck list real quick. We play a playset of the Samsara the Lotus, playset of the Squirmer, playset of the Spirit of Yubel. All of these are just ridiculously good. You need to play 3 copies of them, trust me. Also, I play 1 copy of the Yubel with the Terror Incarnate. These are garnets that you don't want to draw at all costs, but they do give you a lot more value when they actually space someone from the deck, so you gotta play them for the extra bodies. Also, the playset of the Nightmare Throne. The field spell is just a banger. You need to play 3 copies of it. It's completely self-explanatory if you see the gameplay. Also, the Nightmare Pain 2 copies. You could play only 1 of it, but I like playing 2 because if you end up drawing 1 of them, it is nice to have a second one in the deck as well. Also, the Mature Chronicle is just a really nice bonus. You get to space summon a Yubel from the graveyard sometimes, and it's really useful. You get to do a couple other things, but the most important effect is this one. Also, we are playing the playset of the Dark Beckoning with the opening of the Spirit Gates. These are really good cards, okay? The combo is you normal summon Dark Beckoning, you go for opening, search out second copy Dark Beckoning, which you use for discard fodder, and then you go for the extra normal summon for the Lotus, and you go from there with the combos. It's just super strong. Also, we are playing a small Unchained Engine with the Sharvara, also the trap card. And now, one thing that isn't necessary, you don't need to play the Shiyama, okay? This card is only here to go for the Wave King Caesar for the extra interruptions. A lot of people actually don't play this combo, believe it or not, so it's not necessary to play it. Also, we are playing the 1-for-1 space summon the Lotus, and as of the hand traps and staples, you play a playset of the Ash, Maxi, 2 copies in Perm, 2 board breakers, only droplet. You could play Super Poly, by the way, which I'm gonna talk about in a little bit, and the 2 Cold by the Grave with the 1 cross out. Now, as of the extra deck, we play Phantom of Yubel 2 copies. Might as well play a third one if you want to, but there's just no space for me in the extra deck. This card is an absolute banger. Also, we play the one copy of the Wave King Caesar, as I said, and now the big one. I played the Visor King Mechanics. The reason why I do that is because typically you want to play a different monster, but because it's not in the game yet, you gotta play this one. The moment Vardras comes into the game, make sure to switch it for the Mechanics, but for now we are gonna play the Mechanics for 2 reasons. Number 1, the effect is actually not that bad. Also, you gotta detach the Yubel from it in order to activate the additional effects of Phantom of Yubel and stuff like that. It is really good to get the extra value out of it, but the problem is we have no better target than the Mechanics, so in my opinion it's just really nice. Also, something you could do, if you don't actually have access to an Xyz 10, you could go for the Wave King and then summon the Mechanics for 2 interruptions, which could be also a really good target. Now, also we are playing the Almirage, the Phoenix, which is also paired with the Promethean Goddess and the Amphibious Dwarfship, and this is the part that I want to talk about. You could actually not play these 3 cards and instead play Super Poly instead of the Droplet and just put a couple of Super Poly targets in the extra deck, and the reason why this would be good is because of the last effect of Mature Chronicle, which allows you to search out Super Poly to your hand. This could be an additional interruption. Now, the problem with that is you need to actually get 5 counters on this card, and this is not easy at all. As you can see, you need to space summon Yubel 5 times, okay? It's just a little difficult to do that sometimes. So, depending on the case, you might get it, you might not get it. So, that's why I'm not really focusing on that effect, but keep in mind you could switch it for the Super Poly targets. Now, we're also playing the 1 copy of Soul of Rage and the 1 copy of Soul of Anguish. Soul of Rage basically goes into the SP during your opponent's turn. Soul of Anguish goes into access code for a finisher. I would definitely consider playing them if I were you. Also, the 1 cross ship is just a really good follow-up for the future turns after the turn 1 and turn 2. Also, play the Muckracker, which gives you a little bit more extending. The 1 copy of the Yama, which is key feature for the Unchained Engine here. And that's pretty much it. Everything else we discussed already. So now let's get into the gameplay so I can show you how powerful Yubel can be. Alright, that is actually really strong hand. Let's start off with the opening of the Spirit Gates and let's see what our opponent will do here. Chaining Ice Blossom to negate it. Well, I mean, sure, I guess it could be worse than that, but let's go with the Nightmare Throne afterwards. We're just gonna get access to the Lotus here because that's our bet. Actually, yeah, it's still the... No, actually, we could have went for the Dark Beckoning Beast. Yeah, now that I think about it, because of the 1-for-1, we could have went for the Lotus anyways. Okay, that was a little bit of a misplay. I think I can still get the extra value out of the 1-for-1. We'll see, but let's just go for the usual place for now. Of course, pass summoning the Spirit of Yubel, activate Spirit of Yubel, get the Nightmare. Actually, we're not gonna get the Nightmare. We're gonna get the Mature Chronicle because we already have the Nightmare Pain. It's really good to actually have access to the Mature Chronicle too, just to get the extra space summoning. So now we're gonna go activate both of these cards here. Also, let's activate the Nightmare Pain. We are gonna be tributing the Spirit of Yubel to just pass summon from our deck. Search out from the deck the Gruesome Grave Squirmer. And now we're gonna chain the Throne, also the Spirit of Yubel. And yeah, I mean, I could have actually went for Squirmer with the 1-for-1, but now that I think about it, it's not actually better. So yeah, I just lost a little bit of value here because I didn't really consider the 1-for-1 as a card, but still, it is like fine. Don't worry about it. It's not big of a deal. Space summon both of these, of course. I guess like Yama is really good, but for the wrong reasons. We do have Sharvara in the hand already, so I'm just gonna use it, but for something else here, we're gonna search out the other Unchained monster. So I'm gonna go for a different route of playing. We'll see what will happen. That is a I think Nibiru here. here, which I don't like seeing, but we're gonna be using 2 of our monsters, go for the Phantom of Yubel, shuffle back the Yubel, also the Yubel Terror Incarnate, just to get the extra special summons of them later on as well. And now let's activate the 1-for-1. We are gonna be pitching the level 6 Shayama here, and we're gonna be special summoning from our deck. Let's see, I guess another copy of Samsara Lotus is like really not that bad to have available eventually. Also, let's go activate the Grave Squirmer here, and we are gonna be special summoning it to the field again as the extra body on the field. And we are not gonna pop a card here, unfortunately for us. We're gonna wait a little bit with that effect. And now we're gonna link off 2 of our monsters. We're gonna keep the Samsara Lotus, by the way, just to get access to the you know, Unchained Link 2, which will allow us to then activate the effect of the Yama as well eventually when we need it. And now we're gonna be activating the effect of the Grave Squirmer again, which will let us get access to the Yubel once again, so we can then pop it again, specimen, you know, again, and you already know how that goes. So let's now activate the effect of the Sharvara, pop the Spirit of Yubel, also get the extra value off of the Yubel, specimen the Yubel from the deck as well, trigger the effect of course of the Yama as well, so this is even extra value here. Although we don't care about the trap card of the Unchained stuff, we're just gonna get the extra body off of the Shiyama. As I said, a different way of playing this turn, a little bit more unique one. Also special to the field the Yubel. Okay, we're gonna be using 2 of our monsters immediately to go for the Wave King here, because we really don't need to go for anything else. I mean, this is just really good. All right, that's an extra interruption here, and now we're gonna have to get the extra body on the field, so Mature Chronicle is surely gonna help us do something with that. Okay, let's go activate the Mature Chronicles as second effect. We're gonna be getting 2 materials out of it just to get 1 card from the Banish Zone to the hand, just to have 1 card available. And I still think we can make things right here, although it's gonna be a little bit different. Let's go also for that effect, special on 1 Fiend monster. Yeah, you know, I could have played a little bit better. To be honest, I could have played a little bit better. I'm not gonna lie on that part, but we still got there. This is the final product. And the Wave King Caesar, the Wave King mechanics is actually a substitute until the best XC10 comes into the game, obviously. But this is really it. Like, this is just insanely good board. Nevertheless, we have the SP Link. We have also the Samsara Lotus, by the way, as an extra effect, which is actually pretty nice. Also, we have the mechanics, which we need to activate as the first effect, by the way. The Wave King Caesar negations and the Phantom of Yubel negations as well. Who turned off the sun? I don't know. Okay, it's going up. By the way, one more thing. If we actually played the Super Poly, we could have searched out Super Poly with the effect of the Mature Chronicle, because it would have been super good to activate it. The problem is we really don't care about that. He just could, by the way, he completely just said, okay, I'm out. I can't really do anything about that. Okay, well, I mean, that's the power of the deck. What can I tell you guys? The board is insanely good. All right, we got a pretty decent hand on our hands. Let's just go with the normal summon of Dark Beckoning Beast. This was a weird wording. Chaining the effect of Ash. Well, I do think it's a good idea to cross out it, but if he has Maxi, I'm gonna be so pissed off afterwards, so maybe we actually don't. Okay, you know what? Let's just hope he doesn't have the Maxi, okay? I trust my guts. He just doesn't have it. There's no way he has it. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Oh my god. Nah, man. Nah. Okay, yeah, sure. Yeah, nice game. That's not one of my favorite cans, but we do have the 1-card combo with the Throne, also the opening, so it could be really good. We are gonna keep the Ash Blossom for the effect of something nice, I guess. Yeah, the original Sinful Pulse is gonna be the best target to activate Ash to. This is like really good. If he doesn't have Called by the Grave, we are set for a very good turn, and he has the Called by the Grave, of course. Yeah, no worries. Of course he's gonna have it. It's fine. Don't worry about it. We still got it. Yeah, just the usual Snake Eye plays. He's just gonna play like pure Snake Eye, or maybe he's gonna play the Fire King Snake Eye version. I don't know. But it's really good to actually test out the Yubel deck against those decks, because currently the Fire King Snake Eye is the best deck in the game. And if I destroy it with Yubel right now, this will be a spectacular moment. Summoning also Flameberg. You know what? Let's just skip to the part where this is over. This is gonna be taking a while. And he's playing actually Fire King, so yeah, they just kept
75 years later.
Alright, so he went for some standard plays. I do have the Called by the Grave for the Promethean Princess, and top decking Spirit of Yubel is kind of not really that great. Let's go with the opening. We're gonna search out the Dark Beckoning Beast as my first play. So now let's go for the Dark Beckoning Beast and let's get cooking. So before we continue, let's go also with the Nightmare Throne and search out the Samsara Lotus, and we'll see what he will do here. Again, absolutely nothing. Adding it to the hand, really good stuff. Now we are gonna be able to do some things, but first of all, I feel like it is a good idea idea to go for the Dark Beckoning Beast, see what he does to it. Alright, that's gonna be effect Vapor, so he did actually negate it. Now, I could change the effect of Cold by the Grave and stop that. Yeah, but that will allow him to activate Promethean, but that's fine actually. Let's just let him play the Promethean Princess and let's stop the effect Vapor. I think this is a good option. This of course allows us to go for the opening of the Spirit Gates, a second copy, which we definitely don't need. Now let's go for the extra normal summon. We're not gonna reveal anything in our hand yet. We're gonna wait for the effect of Lotus, which will get negated with the effect of the Avatar here. Possibly, yep, he's gonna chain it of course. Alright, we can definitely live with that. Yep, he's also gonna pop the Amphibious Wormship, and now the Amphibious is gonna bring back the Linkuribu, which is just a small bonus, triggering also the effect of the Garunix. Alright, I love playing against Fire King Snake Eye, activating also the Kirin. Yep, Special One Fire King Monster. Woohoo! Yay, such a fun deck. Let's go with the Nightmare Pain here. We are gonna be activating the effect of it to pop the Spirit of Yubel. Alright, activate Hatsudo. We're gonna be targeting basically the Spirit of Yubel, pop it, and now we're gonna search out just the Grave Squirmer because it's like our best option here. There's nothing better to actually search out. So now we're gonna also put some of the Yubel on the field, and he does have like a couple more interruptions, so we gotta be careful with that part. But now we do get access to the Yubel. Typically, I don't wanna get the Spirit of Yubel back into the deck, but I might have to just to have the Phantom of Yubel and a little bit of protection, you know? Yeah, activating IP. Okay, so yeah, that's fine. I guess we're gonna have to wait for that effect. He's gonna go like SP, he's gonna activate the effect, banish the Yubel. It's really nasty actually, but you know, we gotta just wait for it. I do have the Squirmer as my final play, so I guess that could be definitely useful. So now let's change the effect of the Squirmer here, and of course we are gonna destroy the Yubel. I just wanted to wait for the activation of SP. Now he's gonna change the second effect of SP, and that's okay. Okay, like I mean, you know, I could have prevented that, but now he loses both of his SP interruptions. If I didn't, he's just gonna have both of them available pretty much. Yeah, of course we don't pop it, there's nothing to pop, and now we're gonna be able to trigger the effect of the Nightmare Throne, which I guess is just a nice bonus here. Now changing the Princess a little early. You could have waited like a little bit more, but he knows I'm gonna go for Phantom of Yubel probably, so that's why he did it. Alright, that's his final interruption. Now the Throne is gonna allow me to search out the Terror Incarnate, of course, and of course I am gonna Space Summon it on the field, like there's nothing else to do here. From here, we have a couple more ideas. Yama is our next play, of course. We're gonna just link up these two, and we're gonna get access to it. We're gonna get access to also the Search, and we are gonna continue from there. Yeah, we kind of, you know, we kind of have to. Let's go for Sharvara here. And now we are of course gonna activate the effect first of all of the Squirmer. Yeah, of course, because we gotta release someone on the field. Boom, bring back the Spirit of Yubel. Now the problem is we really don't have... Oh, actually we can activate the effect of it. We haven't used it. Oh, that's really good. Yeah, Mature Chronicle is not too bad. Boom, set it on the field, and of course we are gonna activate it immediately. So that's really beneficial because the moment we actually Space Summon back a Yubel on the field, this could be like really beneficial. First of all, we gotta get back the banished Yubel, okay? This is the first thing we gotta do. So let's go Phantom of Yubel. We're gonna shuffle back the Terror Incarnate, also the, I guess, just the Samsara Lotus. It's whatever. Space Summon the, of course, Phantom of Yubel here. And now we are gonna have to do something from here. We have one counter, we need the second one. So we gotta pop something, but we also want to Space Summon second copy of Yubel. I guess we could go for like second Phantom, but this is a little awkward. I mean, let's just, I guess do it, but boom, Space Summon on the field, activate Spirit of Yubel again. Yeah, bring back the Yubel from the banished zone. Okay, we are making some plays happen. From here, let's just go and link off into the Anguish. Of course, we're gonna be using the Sharvara, also the Word of Yama. Boom, the Anguish. This will allow us to then activate the effect of the Anguish. Also, the Sharvara, get the Trap card, which is like really good. Now, we are gonna be activating, of course, the effect of it. I guess the Linkuribu is a nice card to use. Summon the access code here using these two. By the way, I probably played it like not perfectly. There was probably a better way to break his board, but I think it still works fine. So now let's activate, of course, the effect of the access code. We're gonna be banishing the Anguish. We're gonna be popping. So I'm not sure about the back row here. I am gonna leave the back row for now, just because I trust him that he doesn't have anything that important. All right, let's go for the second Phantom of Yubel. We're gonna just shuffle back everything because I feel like this is like one of the best things we could do. And now we are gonna be just linking off two monsters, going to the Phoenix because I don't want to leave him the back row here. I don't want to have it. I don't want him to have it actually. And we're also gonna go +1, which is kind of nice as well. Let's just get rid of it. Let's see what it is. This is actually super useless, but whatever, dude. Also Called by the Grave here is actually pretty good. And now we're gonna activate the effect of Mature Chronicles, Space Summon 1 Yubel, which we can actually go for a lot of things with. He just scooped. Okay, we would have won anyways, but he scooped. That's it. That's the top deck I'm talking about. We are absolutely banging today. First game, we broke the Fire King Snake Eye board. We won the game. This is the new best deck of Master Duel, I'm telling you guys.